Now it's your turn. I have a bunch of questions here that we're gonna factor, and you'll notice I have it broken into 3 sections. I'll zoom in so it's large for you. We're gonna do parts of each section one at a time. Let's start with section 1. I want you to do in that top section, I want you to do question number 2 and question number 5. You're gonna pause the video, do question 2 and 5. Notice on question number 5 where I have the negative written right there, it didn't print very well, so I tried to make it a little darker. Okay, pause the video, do question 2 and 5, we'll come back and do that. All right, let's see how you did. Question number 2, you have 4x to the third minus 6x. And we're going to factor that. What can I take out of that? Well, I see there's an x in both. I also see there's a 2. So if I take a 2 out of that, I have a 2 left. 1x gives me 2 x's left. I get a minus 3, and that's it. You should have factored it to that. That's as far as you go. It doesn't ask you to solve it or set it to equal to 0. It just says factor it, and so that's the factor for number 2. Number 5, 6t to the 4th minus 12t to the 3rd minus 18t squared. Now this one's a little bit more complex, so we got to be careful to factor it. I notice immediately there's t's in everything. The smallest one is a t2, t squared, and t squared would be in all of those. I also see that there's a 6 in all those numbers. So let's take out 6t squared. I take out a 6 there, the number's gone, and I have t squared left. If I take a 6 out of that, that's minus 2, and I have 1t left. If I take a 6 out of that, I have a minus 3, and t squared cancels t squared right there, so got it. The question becomes, is it factored all the way down? Well, 6t squared, I know that's done, but I wonder if I can factor this. There's a t and a t. That sign says they're opposites, so one's a plus, one's a minus. To 3 is a 3 and a 1. Check my work. Process elimination. I maybe put them in the wrong place, but there's my t squared. That's minus 3t, those two, plus 1t is minus 2t. I got it right. That's factored all the way down. If you stopped here, there was still one more step. You could still factor what was left. And so make sure you factor all the way down. All right? If you need help with that, if you need help in that section, there's a lot more examples there. Let's move to the middle section. Let me zoom in on that real quick. In the middle section, I want you to do question number 7. Oops, went a little too far. I apologize. I want you to do number 7, and I want you to do 12. Now, you'll notice that I wrote in solve these, so they're equal to 0. So you're not just factoring, you're setting them equal to 0 and go from there. So pause the video, do number 7 and number 12. All right, let's see how we did. Number 7, x squared minus 4x minus 21 equals 0. Factoring it, x and x. The sign says they're different. One's a plus, one's a minus. 21 is 7 and 3. So I'll put a 3 and a 7. Check my work. There's my x squared. Minus 3x plus 4x. I'm sorry, I said that number wrong. Minus 3x plus 7x. That gives me a plus 4. Well, that's a minus 4. That means I have the signs in the wrong place. That's the minus, and that's the plus. Now, there's my factors, but I have to solve it. So x minus 7 equals 0. X minus 3 equals 0. So x equals 7. There's one of my solutions. And 3. Those are the solutions for that equation for number 7. Let's do number 12. I bet you got number 12 right. Let's check that one. 2x squared plus 11x plus 15 equals 0. So I'm going to factor that. 2x, x, 3 and 5 give me 15. But I see it's a plus sign, so they're the same. It makes it a little easier. 3 and 5. Let's see how I did. There's my 2x squared. There's 6x and 5x. There's 11x. Okay, so I got it right the first time. I luckily guessed it right. So 2x plus 5 equals 0, and x plus 3 equals 0. This one's an easy solve. X equals minus 3. There's one of my solutions. Minus 5. 2x divided by 2. X equals minus 5 halves. The reason I can do it quickly is I do it quite often. It's just a quick pace, and you're just learning how to do it. And not only learning how to do it, learn how to do it a little bit faster. There are multiple examples in the middle section of solving. We've done 2 of them. You might want to do one more and see if you can get it right. And you'll notice on the third section here, I'll zoom in here for it. It just says factor. That's just a bunch more. They love factoring. And so I just gave you some extras that you could just go in and practice just factoring the equations. If you want to set them to equal 0 and solve a few more, you can. But there are some examples for you. Hope you're doing well. If you're still struggling, find somebody that can help you. Ask a teacher. Make sure you've got this mastered before you move on to the next topic. If you got it, we'll see you in the next video.